Right, so I've got a few things planned today. Not gonna do game stuff today. I thought it'd be nice to have a little breather, a little break from it, especially because it's been such a draining week in the streaming industry this week. I think what we should do is something we've been wanting to do for a long time. A couple of things actually that we've been wanting to do for a long time. The first one is this. I've promised for ages now that we're gonna put in this scene, and I finally perfected it now, so we can do it right now actually, because I've recorded them already. I just have to find a good website that I can post the videos on, because I don't think Discord's gonna let me upload them onto here, because Discord can be silly like that with its limitations. Hi, it's the one. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. So yeah, Master Emerald, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 6 months Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Let's have some hype in chat, guys, for that. Yay, thank you for the love. Yes, thank you for the love. That is so nice. That is very kind of you to use your Prime on me. Master Emerald, thank you for being awesome. Okay, guys, so yeah, first one is that. We'll get the scene posted in. You guys will finally be able to watch it after all this time. I know that I've streamed bits about scene creation now and again over the last few months. But nobody, I don't think anybody has seen it in full yet, from start to end. You may have just seen parts of it, so I'll be really looking forward to that. I'm going to allow for feedback and stuff, see what everybody thinks of it, if you want to, that is. Nobody's forced to give the feedback. And then after that, I've got a couple of other things planned. I thought we could work on our FAQ page, because here's our website. We have been wanting an update for the website for a long time. I've mentioned briefly that the content on the website is going to be changing a bit. Visually, it's going to look exactly the same, because I like the look we've got here. Spent a lot of time working on that. But some of the content that's on here is going to get changed to different things, and FAQ page is going to be one of those. We're going to have that somewhere. I'm likely going to remove all the lore and character related stuff, because that's going to instead go on our World Anvil lore Bible. But things like an FAQ page showing off the features of the game are really cool things I think we can put on our website. So I was thinking we can list some questions today. I'm going to ask you guys as well what sort of questions that might spring to mind, but I've got a few myself already that people might, because I think it'll be really good, people, especially anyone new to this community, is popping in to get those sort of questions answered, because we get quite a few sometimes in stream, people coming in asking things, but also saves me from repeating myself as well. I think it'll be cool to do that, and it's not too, it's pretty easy to do. Probably won't get it on the website today, but I was thinking we could open Google Docs and get them written up in there, and just transfer it over to the website later, I guess. Thank you for the hype as well, guys. Appreciate Oracle. You got, oh, that's a cute one. I got a few more of those Pride emotes over the last week as well. I got the tea one. That was an extra one I got, which is a good one. Are there dragons in the 2D RPG? There is. It's the one. There is indeed. We have, if you click the form, you get to see the races we actually have in our game here. These forms, though, will be removed from the website in the coming weeks. They'll be switched onto a private link somewhere for people who have got the 1,000 raindrops. Reason being is because I get loads of people filling these forms. Loads. A surprising amount. More than I thought. Like, I didn't think there was that much people coming on the website, but surprisingly people do find it. And people who aren't even in the community, who've never been to a stream of mine, have filled in the forms. So they will have to, I've thought, yeah, it's probably because of that we're going to have to put them on a private link. I'll probably, everybody who's got the 1,000 raindrops will have a role on Discord, and they'll be able to see the link. So that's kind of going to be the plan for how we're going to do things there in the coming weeks. 3 raindrops. Oh my gosh, you're a trickle. Wow, trickles are cute, so I approve. 3 raindrops. You could do it, Rue. I believe in you. Yay. Oh my goodness, Oracle, you have loads of those emotes. My goodness. I need to start lurking in some streams more, because then I can steal them all. I can get them all then. Oh my goodness, Dava. You'll be getting the 1,000 soon, because recently, guys, we recently increased the raindrop requirement to be a character to 1,000. Of course, that those of you that already have got a character in the game, you've still got yours, so no, don't worry there. But it's just for anybody who comes and wants to be a character in the future. Because I've noticed we were getting a lot of submissions. We've already got, I think, 13 playable characters now in the game, which sounds like a lot, but Raindrop Chronicles is going to have a lot of playable characters. The plan was we could have about 40 playable characters if we want. There's enough classes, special unique classes, to have that many. And because the game is episodic, it's not too overwhelming, because those playable characters would be introduced to the game very gradually. You're not going to meet them all in episode 1, I'll just state that. You're not going to meet any of the characters all in episode 1. We're going to introduce everybody very slowly to the game, so that it's like an RPG is. So you get introduced to characters gradually. And yeah, I think that is all of them. Hi Kira, how you doing? Thank you for the birthday wishes, and Dava, and good to see you too, Kira. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back to streaming. It's very hot today, very hot. Hottest week in England, I think, this year. We're not used to it here. We're not used to it. So for that reason as well, I'm in a very chilled mood. Don't want to work my butt off too much this week, especially because it's my birthday and because it's been a blooming crazy week in general. So yeah, I thought, yeah, we could have a nice chatting stream. We could work on our FAQ. We can put the video up. And the other thing, I was thinking we should have a testimonial section on the website. So if anybody would want to do something nice for my birthday, honestly, a nice comment about this stream is like something I would absolutely adore from any of you. And nobody's forced, let me just say that. Nobody's forced to give a testimonial. It'll be optional. I'm thinking of making a Google Forms, is it? As Google Forms submission thing, and anybody that wants to could do that. And what you say will be on this website, of course, with the person that said it. So that, with an FAQ thing, I think would be cool. I think that would get people's attention and introduce them to the project in the most effective way. And Radio, how you doing? What did you miss? Oh, well, we've just been rambling on. We've just been having chats. We're talking about today's plans, what we're going to do today. And also in answer to your question on your DM, Radio, couldn't reply. I've had so many lately. But it's all good. I saw it, and I think the animation and everything looks absolutely fine. So there's absolutely no worries there at all. And in regards to the weapon, I can do that myself. That's absolutely no issue either. So we'll deal with any techie issues in regards to it needing to make it big when the time comes, because it's hard to say at the moment. I'm not sure if it's doable, but we'll figure out something, because we always do. And Slides Up, Rose Rainbow, the birthday drink of their choice. Thank you. What shall I have as my drink? What should I have? I'm not fussy. I'd have anything. I'd have any drink. Just give me any drink. So guys, first step, we'll get the video up, the scene discussion. Carol's flashback video, and then we've got another scene to put up in the near future. That will be the fruit scene, but we'll get Carol's flashback scene in first, because that's going to be something I'm going to do often when it comes to scenes. And every time there's a completed one, I'm going to post in here so you guys can see. Might do the testimonials form first before we do work on the FAQ page. We'll see. And I got the weapon to fit on the no worries everything. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Then that makes life a little bit easier for us. But when I get a chance, I will test it. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle for me to do that. And I'm only doing that for you, Radu, because you've commissioned it. So in normal circumstances, I'd be like, we'll deal with all that when the time comes. But because it's a commission, it just makes it a little bit different. And I'm really happy with how my sprite sheet turned out. The only big thing I'm really concerned about is the skill animation. Yeah, I think that looks great, but we can always test that as well. We're not going to have a game dev. I haven't even got RPG Maker open today because we're going to do something a little bit more chill for such a hot day. And my B-day. So but next week we'll be going back into the game dev stuff. We'll be testing the boss and things like that. So we need to find a video website, because let me just check something here. I bet you Discord won't let me upload this. Yeah, your files are too powerful, I knew it. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm gonna hide this for a sec. Upload videos online, because I don't want to put it on my YouTube. YouTube would be the easiest solution to upload videos, but because these cutscenes might change, like as in there might be some slight changes we make, very small ones like the odd dialogue alteration or sound effect change. The scene itself isn't, I'm not going to be redoing it hugely because it's already done and be very time consuming, but I'm totally willing to make little small adjustments if you guys notice anything that glaring or something that isn't quite right. So that for that reason I don't want to upload it on YouTube just yet. It will eventually get uploaded on YouTube probably, but not until it's been polished 100%. Oh my goodness me. Thank you so much for the birthday bits. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You are too kind. Thank you for all you do in this community, Radio. And let's have some hype in chat, everybody. I want to see the hype. And everybody who got the emotes, share them. Feel free to show them off. I want to see them all. 25 emotes got shared in chat. And you're number one now. You've caught up. You're number one, Radu. GG for that. Yay, thank you. Okay. Oh, you got an emote, Ritru. That's awesome. You got the crown. Hyper. Yay, I'm glad you guys got some emotes. I really like it when Twitch bring out these sort of emote rewards. It's always really fun. Okay, so this one that's currently here was actually one I uploaded as a test ages ago. That won't be the one we need. One sec. Okay, so here we go. I think this is the one. So Carol flashback. Oh my god, exciting times. I've been really looking forward to uploading this scene for a while. The reason it's taken so long is because I've been perfecting it as much as possible. There's a couple of things that aren't 100% perfect with the transitions just yet. They're not too bad, but I could make them even better. But when it comes to tidying everything up, polishing, that's an ongoing thing. You know, that's an ongoing thing that will always be happening until the release of the episode. I like the Pride ones a lot. Really want to get the other half of this one. You'll get it. I know you'll get it, Mustang Rod. I want all of them. I want all females. When's the deadline close date? When does it end? Finally, I'm seeing some gameplay. Last time I just came at the end of your stream. Yeah, it's lovely to have you hanging out with us then. For sure. It's taking its time to upload. I believe the scene is about 4 minutes long. So we'll get uploaded first, and because I think it'll be a good thing to get uploaded first. But while we're waiting for that, let me just go on Google Forms. Okay. Okay, I'll show you the screen in a sec, guys. Just there we go. Right, so we used to do our playable characters, and we used to use Google Forms back in the day for you guys filling in your sheets, but we changed it so it was on the website. Okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to word this? So the plan is, guys, for one part of today's stream, I'm going to get a Google form set up for anybody who wishes to say something really cool about what we do here in this stream, like sort of testimonial sort of thing. You know, if you've been on websites, Kickstarters, and all those sort of things, you'll probably see, you know, they're pretty common, and it's a good way of letting people know what it's all about here as well. And because we're a community, it's a community project, I think it'd be cool. So anybody who wishes to do that, I'm going to get it posted up in the Discord, the form, when it's done. And then we'll move on to the FAQ page after that. Okay, so I'm like done a blank. I don't even know what to put in here. Right, so what we need is a paragraph. I managed to get my earphones working, by the way. They're not 100% perfect though. I have to like twiddle the thing, but they're not broken at least anymore. I need some new ones in all honesty. Okay, I was looking at some other websites as examples actually for how they do their FAQ pages. So I got some ideas of the kind of questions people ask from them, and this was someone's testimonial thing. I was looking at websites and I saw like this sort of thing, and I was like, oh yeah, we could have that too. Hi all, I'm planning. Right. Hi all, in the next website update, I'm planning on adding a section with comments from the community. Feel free. No. If you hello Ristos. Hi Neville, how you doing? It's good to see you. Happy Friday. If you want to Well, I'm really doing a blank. I know exactly what I want to say, but it's not coming out properly in words. Okay. Also, how is our thing doing? Here we go. It's done. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna just do a quick test to see if it goes up on. If it goes up, okay. Can we embed it? I want to embed it. You can also see it in full screen. I want to embed it if we can, but if we can't, it's no biggie. I thought it'd be quite cool. Oh, it's there, it's there. Oh my goodness, yes. See, I was worried that just the link had come up and it's not very eye-catching like that. But I'm glad it's come up. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove it for now. I mean, some of you might have already got that link and are watching it already. If you're super excited, then maybe you know, but I've deleted it. So, but you can see the link here anyway. So, if anyone's impatient, you can just type it in, I guess. I'm gonna just so. What should we call this? Main quest 2 Carol flashback scene. Okay, but there's more. There's 2 more videos. To just show you the choice options. They're only like 30 seconds long, 2 of them, to just show you the choice options and some of the dialogue we've got. So that one's uploaded faster because it's shorter. I'm going to say full scene for that one because it is the full scene. Carol flashback, full scene. Let's zoom in. I want you guys to actually see what we're doing. Main quest 2, Carol flashback. Choice 2. Just 2 or 3. Hang on, I don't know how to word this one. It's a bit confusing because there was actually more than one choice box. Actually, that will do. Just have it like that. So I'm gonna keep, when these are in the Discord, I'm gonna keep them up in there for over the weekend at least. Eventually, I mean, I might get rid of them once they've been in there a while, but they'll be. I'm thinking of putting them on the YouTube once everything's like polished. But I might keep it in the Discord, we'll say. But once feedback's closed, you see, that'll be it. Because once it's done, it's done. We don't want to get into that, like, we don't want to get into a habit of having to constantly keep changing up our scenes because we could get overwhelmed. I think it's good to, once we're happy with it, once it's done, put it away and say, yes, that one's done. Okay, so choice 3 for that one. Just to show the, let me say choice 1 plus full scene. Because the full scene one shows choice 1 on the dialogue. Because as you know, some of you, those of you that have been here ages, Raindrop Chronicles is a game, an RPG that does have branching paths. So when it comes to posting our scenes, you know, we'll probably put more than just the one video up so you guys can see how the other choices are. I just started the weekend. Oh, are you doing anything cool? And I'm doing alright, not doing too bad. Trying to take it easy. Because it's hot. I think I deserve it. I think I deserve to take it easy on myself lately. Okay, so let's get these in the Discord. Okay. I want to write a bit of stuff. I want to say, put a caption with these. So, I think, hang on, let's just see what comes up. Is it still calling it Carol Flashback 1? Might have to refresh the Discord. Give me a sec, folks. Fails about hi, Jiray. How are you doing? How you doing, Jiray? Hey, why is it still got Carol Flashback 1? Should have changed that. Because I did update the title. Let's just refresh this. It's probably edit video. Choose. Oh, we can choose a thumbnail. Yeah. Let's choose the thumbnail we want. Yeah, I think it's because the link remembers what it was called. I don't know. It's unfortunate that it's got the old name of the video in. But I'll just add it as a caption on Discord. It's no big deal. Carol Flashback 1, it says, yeah, I was hoping it would update, but it didn't. I think we'd need a new fresh link. Okay, in bed. You in bed in Discord? I don't know. I think you gotta just put the link in with Discord. I don't know if it allows such things, but I want to test. I want to say, nah, nah. But what was there was fine. So copy link. Okay. So I'm gonna, because we don't have the title we want coming up, I'm gonna have to put it here instead. Discord doesn't support HTML. It was too good to be true. Right. So here we go. I can delete the previous link now. And then we copy this link. Okay. I think that one was choice 2 anyway. I'll have to just make sure. Don't want to mislead you all. Okay, there we go then. So I'm just gonna play that and say, I think the sound's working. Let me see though. Yeah, sounds fine. Just wanted to confirm that the video was working properly. And you can watch these in full screen, guys, as well. So, hey, hang on, that's choice 3, not choice 2. Oh, damn it. It's typical. Let me double check some. Okay. Yeah, I got it the wrong way around, which is why I did want to check. But now, the problem is, it's got the wrong title. You know, just delete these for now. One sec. I'm gonna have to upload them again. Because I'm not gonna have the wrong caption. Because unfortunately it doesn't update them, so I'm gonna have to just upload them again. It's unfortunate. I'm not going to upload the first one again though, that one is fine. But these ones only were 30 seconds long, so they don't take too long to update. It's typical. But there's no rush. We don't need to panic. I'm just impatient for this to be in the Discord for you all. Have I uploaded the same one now? Blame the hot weather. Cancel, yeah. There we go. And this 100% is choice 3, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so finally, we did it right this time. Okay, there we go. So before we move on to the other stuff we're doing today, I'm gonna say a few things. Feel free to give feedback on is there not a yes and no thing here? I thought there was. Oh, there we go. Tetsu, thank you so much for 30 months. 30 months, that's the big 3-0. Thank you so much. That's crazy amount of months. That's such a long time. Thank you so much for all the support. I want to see some hype in chat. just thumbs up and down, I guess. We could do those. I have found a tick and cross though. We'll say comment. Feel free to comment. So first one would be the dialogue, and if any of it can be altered sound or natural, if you spot any typos, grammar errors, etc. Because that's like, you know, important. We want the writing to be good in this. I'm not gonna be amazing 100% of the time. I'm one human being and I might screw up sometimes, or maybe, you know, any to more natural, or entertaining, that's another. And we can always like push things to just be that bit better, you know. This is why it's a community project, to just make it as entertaining and as awesome as possible. So that's definitely one thing. And another thing would be sound. If any of the sound effects are too quiet or loud, or if the timing is off. I'm trying to think of a good word to explain a sound effect that isn't like wow. How would that, well, what do I say? If any of the sound effects are dodgy, I don't know about dodgy, sound weird, or are too quiet or loud, or if the timing is off. And the other thing I think would be movement. I think that's the best way to, if any of the characters move or to, if any of the is off. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Holder. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Holder? How is all the artwork going? How is your week? Thank you for the hype master emerald for Tatsu. So guys, we're putting up the Carol flashback cutscene in our Discord right now, so if anybody's curious, you can look, you can watch it. At the moment I'm writing up the rules, but if we want to call it that, for what sort of feedback would be great and what sort of feedback wouldn't. And of course it's totally optional. If people watch and are like, cool Rose, that's no comment, and that's fine too. But it's there, you know, if anybody wishes to comment or have a say. If any of the steps, hang on, if any of the walking animations or facial expressions are off, any of the timing is off with the walking animations, or if the facial expressions, or if could be added or changed. Any facial expressions could be added, changed, because any other small things that could easily be improved could be altered, e.g. graphical errors, etc. Because there's one particular part where I think Carol could definitely have a blushing animation, which, you know, I haven't got around to doing those extra assets yet, but it's something I definitely would like to do to give Carol more facial expressions. Doing Goodish lost my Minecraft world on PS4, no! But only got 2 poses left before I finish my male archer base, magic and end poses. That's exciting, yeah. If you want to share them, feel free to say, because it's always nice to look at fancy and beautiful art. Just as it's fun to look at pets, because that's why we have a pets channel as well in the Discord. I'm sorry about your Minecraft world, that's gutting. How many hours did you put into that? And the other thing, don't comment. How will we work this? Hang on, we don't need to put something to support that, actually. We can just put a cross. Need to go right to the bottom to find the emojis. Here we go. There we go. So, don't suggest to change the entire scene. Story. And what happens. Everything has already been set in stone here, so well, that's it. So everything has already been set in stone here. And the other thing is anything that would be too time consuming and overly ambitious to pull off only... Okay. I think that'll do. I think that gets to the point. Okay, folks, there we go. So I think I just wanted to like make clear that we don't want comments where people are like, actually in that scene, just get rid of the whole wagon. You don't need to show these barrel characters, you know. We've already done it. We already love the direction it's going in, so nothing like that just covers my back. And anything that's too time consuming, you know, this is it's a very large project, and we don't want to get myself stressed or burnt out, you know. We can't put too much on my little tiny shoulders. So any feedback, you know, small little tiny improvements, you know, things like the dialogue, the sound, anything like we've listed here that's got the tick by it basically. In before someone suggests over, exactly. We gotta put that there. Not that I think anybody here would do that, because I honestly think most of the people that hang out in this stream are very supportive and very encouraging about what I do. And nobody's a bossy boots. Which is great, because we don't want that here. Like, I try to, if that ever happened, I'd shut it down, because I like my creative freedom. And although this is a community project, which it is, always like to get you guys involved, I'm still the one who runs the thing, and I have the final say. I'm the one who's putting all this time into this, and working my butt off. So because of that, I have to continue enjoying this as much as possible. And yes. So yeah, feel free to have a look whenever you want. I mean, I'm streaming now, so some of you might not do watch till later, but it's there for whenever anybody does want to watch it. It'll be there for a few days. But the main thing is, I want you guys to, hang on, we'll delete this comment now. I want you guys to have the option to bring stuff up about the scene before I put it up on YouTube and make it official, you know, and 100% set in stone. Because once it's on YouTube, once the scene's done, that'll be it then. There'll be no more, you know. Pop to pick in the pet section, didn't realise that was there. Yeah, we got all these awesome channels. Let's have a look at the pets. Oh, black and white kitty. How cute. Watching the stream together. I hope he or she likes me. Most kitties do like me. So, okay, so there we go. So we can cross that off now. And what else was we doing? Yeah, so testimonials and FAQ page are the next tasks of the day, which will both be going on the website. So I think we should do the testimonials thing first, because it's a good thing to get done and over with, and it will probably take less time than the FAQ, you know. Just getting the form posted on the Discord won't take long at all. It's only going to have one question on this form at the end of the day. So in the next website update, I'm planning on adding a testimonial section with comments from community. If you enjoy the streams and feel free to submit something if you enjoy the Raindrop Chronicles streaming content and you say may be on the website. Okay. How, right, I'm trying to like, let's look at an example one. Okay, so what are your Yay! Oh my goodness. I think you're going to get the 1,000 raindrops eventually, Rady. Once someone hits 1,000 raindrops, you'll become blue again in the Discord, by the way, folks. Because I completely redid it recently. Of course, the peeps who are blue now are the ones that have already got 1,000. So that'll... It's so when we do our next website update and the thought forms are available in Discord that only those that have the 1,000 can see them. That's what that role's gonna come in handy for. But it's nice to have it anyway. I think it's nice to have a coloured blue name for you guys. Gonna be AFK for a little while, catch you later. Awesome, have a good BRB. I hope the day is treating you well and being nice to you. Too many to think about, oh no. Well, that sucks. That's like so annoying when things like that happen. Hold on, I just read that bit. I missed that line. Are you gonna start over? Okay, I don't know why I've got that up. Delete. Okay, so hi all in the next website. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Also, oh, I forgot an important question. This one is a short answer. What is your Twitch username? And I think that those are literally only two we need. This isn't gonna be anything that I'm gonna make you answer loads of questions for. I just want some nice things on the website said about me, that's all. Nah, done that too many times. Oh no, damn it. Well, I hope whatever game you play next, it's kind to you. I'd be the same though. I'd be like, screw this game. Pour my hours into graphics instead. I think, yeah, I can be like that too. I feel more productive when I'm actually working on the game rather than playing games. But that said, we all need a bit of a winding down time. And playing video games is very good inspiration as well. Can't forget that. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's all we need. I wanna put a heart there though. There we go, I'll just copy and paste this. Oh, it won't let me. I don't want to not have a single emoji. It looks a bit cold. So I'm gonna put a heart there. Oh, fine. Don't do one then, Google. So I think I might need to copy from. There we go. There we go. Okay, so what should we call our form? Would you like to be on the website? Oh no. Would you like to be on the web? Would you like? Nah, that's clickbait. People think I'd literally put a selfie of them on the website. Well, yeah, I might put your avatars there. I know. That's a good thing, actually. Because I don't know if I will yet. I haven't decided if our testimonial section is going to have people's avatars there or not. Actually, that's a good one. Right, so add image. No, not that. I thought. Okay. File upload. Continue. Okay, so if we use an avatar, if we use avatars, what? Hang on. What avatar would you like next to your comment? Bloody avatar would like next to your comment. No rude pics though, guys, okay? I know that you would never. But upload the avatar you would like next to your comment, and I'll put not 100% sure if. Nah, I think it'll look nice with images, because this site has images and it looks super nice. So we're going to have them. At the end of the day, the FAQ page will be boring with just text, so it'll be nice to have this part of the website be a little bit more visual. I don't know if that makes any sense. I keep thinking, that text don't make sense. But you know, like when you read something over and over, it can play tricks on your brain. There we go. I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything else that we need more than that. We've got to have required. God, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Good to have you here. You need your time away from a project. You do, because Burnout is something that any creator can get. Nobody's immune to that. No matter how passionate you are, you can still get it. So you have to be wise and not overwork yourself. And of course, there's nothing, I'm not saying it's wrong to overwork yourself. Like, well, overworking isn't a good thing, but there's nothing wrong with working a lot either if you're motivated and really in that mood. I'm as well, but it's about just being self-aware and knowing what, you know, how you feel and what you need. A lot of RPG games I play gets me wanting to create the enemies in sprite form. Oh, that's awesome. What's your favourite RPG? Or some of your favourite RPGs? So where are you trying to do? I don't think we need that part, in all honesty. So upload the avatar. That's it. So upload the avatar you want next to your comment. Image. That's it. Yeah, that's enough. In all honesty, we just need to call it. That. So there's nothing I missed out, I hope, folks, on this. If like anyone's thinking, hang on, she's not done that, feel free to say. But I think I've done everything. No, it isn't. I am happily taken. I'm happily spoken for. Nobody. I don't have people come to my streams because they want to be my boyfriend. I've had some, gonna be very clear here, I've had a lot of problems on Twitch in my time in regards to things like that. I've had people be part of my community for months, even become a mod in my community, because they actually wanted that the whole time, and it ended terribly, very badly. And with all the sexual harassment stuff at the moment that's come to light, you know, it's quite shocking, because a lot of streamers have to it sucks. So many streamers have to deal with that crap. I was joking, by the way. Yeah, it's just it's a sensitive topic right now, just because of what's happening in the industry as well. There's a lot of disturbing stuff happening in this industry, guys. A lot of disturbing things. There's going to be some changes. But of course, if you guys don't have Twitter or aren't following any streamers or anything like that, you wouldn't know. But it is pretty bad right now. Hundreds of large content creators and males have come out as being really bad people and predators and all that kind of thing. People who you could... One of them was my friend. One person was a friend of mine as well, and they've deleted their Twitch now. They've done a runner. So, Xenogears had to get it on import because we never got it in the UK, so I think getting it that way was the initial part of it being special to me. Oh, is Xenogears like linked to the Xenoblade series, or is it completely separate? I have heard of that. And hi Zayas, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Did you hear about the guy suing Twitch? Which guy was that? I've heard so many stories lately that they've all like jumbled into a big mess in my head. Okay, so yeah, I think that is done. Should we change the colours? I don't think it lets you do much. We'll have that font. How you doing, Zayas? Zayas. This music in the BG is from Sarumung. I've butchered that pronunciation, I think. Campaign would recognise it anywhere. Oh, from Final Fantasy XI, that's correct, yes. One of the Final Fantasies I never played. I guess I try and avoid MMOs because I know how addictive they can be. They're never ending. Staying alive, you know, yeah, we're all staying alive and doing our best, aren't we, folks? 2020 is a bonkers year. It just isn't stopping. It's not stopping at all. Separate, it was a Squaresoft game. Closest to one be similar was Xeno. So, oh right, yeah, I've definitely heard of them, and I thought they were part of the franchise. But yeah, finally beat FF7 remake. Oh, wait, what were your thoughts on that? Were you happy? I never got around to finishing it because I raged quit. But I'm happy for those of you that did enjoy it. Anyone that did get enjoyment out of it, I'm happy for you. Okay, right, I think that's done. I don't think there's anything. So should we... No. I don't think there's... I think that's all fine. So should we click send? Yeah, we'll have a shorter link. I think it's automatically saved this, to be honest. Good but long. Oh, was it? I thought that it yeah, I know what you mean though, because they did really extend, like, make the pay. They padded it out quite a bit, didn't they? I mean, it's not as long as get an RPG like The Witcher 3 or anything, but it's, I suppose, now because it was padded out so much, it made it long. Literally hours of cutscene exposition. Yeah, I felt that it was just padded, you know. The whole section with Airbuster, for example, in the original took about 30 minutes to get through that reactor, like be on the train and go through the reactor. But in the game it took me like 3 or 4 hours, the remake. So that's an example of how it felt a bit padded. Took me 46 hours. Wow, that is actually quite a bit for sure. And considering in the original it was like you could do Midgar in about 8 to 10 hours. Okay, so right, I'm gonna just test something. Oh, that looks lame. Google, I don't want that as the... I wanted a fancy box to come up, but I don't think it'll let us. Yeah, I don't, man. No worries. I've got an idea. Also, I'm going to give everybody a heart for wishing me happy birthday. Because I haven't been on Discord. I find it really helps me to take time away, especially on my days off from stream, to wind down. And so, oh, I missed Vans. There we go. Hope I've not missed anyone. How often do you use JavaScript with RPG Maker? Hi God. Not much. Most of the time I use scripts that are already existing. But say if I want to change something, like I did a few weeks ago in the battle system UI, I wasn't happy with it. So I did it myself. I did some JavaScript myself, but I try to not do a lot because I'm not really a coder. I learn as I go. And I like to focus on other areas of the project, so I try to limit that if I can. But of course, if I really am desperate to get the vision I want, I will have a mess around if necessary. And yeah, it's worth it sometimes, but I'm a bit sly when I'm messing with it because I'm not a coder. But welcome to the stream, and it's great that you guys ask questions like this because we're going to be working on an FAQ page today, as you can see in the title, and things like this, you know, a reason why an FAQ page is going to be ideal. Okay, so I'm going to important news, that's it. Let's get this link in. I think that is fine, so. Yay! So it's that, guys. If you want to do something nice for me, that is something you can do. It's optional, of course. Nobody's ever forced, but just so you know, I'd appreciate it if you do say something. And of course, it only makes sense for those of you that are like part of the community a lot to write something like that. Don't expect anyone who is new or here like not very often to. But there we go. And how is our? I feel like I want to watch part of this to make sure it's working okay, because I'm paranoid. Is it really not working? Come on, Discord. I'm going to refresh it. Because it didn't actually play for me properly then. I was like, hang on. What a butt face. See, that's working fine. But this one doesn't seem to want to be our friend. It does work when you click on this though. But just not. just not in the Discord. So at least it does work, but in all honesty, maybe it works for you guys, maybe it's just being silly to me, I don't know. Katika says meow. Oh, you have put a picture of your kitty in the pets channel, yeah, you may have. There's been loads of kitties I've seen. Oh, here we go, yeah. This one's yours. She's a fluffy one, she's a fluff. Oh, hey. I'm gonna just, one sec guys, because I'm a little bit annoyed by the fact that that doesn't directly work in the Discord. So I am going to just try uploading it again, and I'll just replace the link if this one works. Okay, so right. Okay guys, so the next thing is the FAQ page. So what I'm going to do is actually get Google Docs up for this, just because it's easier. Probably the easiest thing to write quick notes in. Have I got the dark mode extension for this? Get on it, Google Docs. Get that dark mode. Okay, here we are. How's that doing? It's nearly done now. Sometimes I like to do tons of research and make a Google Slides about it. Oh, Google Slides, that's an interesting one as well. Oh, so what do you do then, Gord? What research? What is it? I'm intrigued now about your project. Okay. Let's call it FAQ. But I'm just keeping an eye on this first because we're going to replace the link that's currently there with this new one. Because the old one wasn't working directly in Discord, you had to click on the thing to watch it. And I'm hoping this time it will. Hey, why is there a poop on this screen? I didn't realise Discord did that when there was an error. But Discord are funny, so you guys be like, now, Rose, that's not a poop. Stop being gross. It is a poop, though. It obviously is. I'll check. I don't know why it's being a silly. Because it does work. Like, when I click on it. Maybe Discord just doesn't like videos that are over 3 minutes long or something. It don't matter. Like, honestly, I suppose you can just click on it. I just wanted it to be easier for you all. You know, as easy as possible. Okay, I'll go back to that in a bit. We'll get on with our FAQ page now. Okay, so I'm going to think of the obvious questions first. Let's make the text a little bit larger though. And if any spring to mind, as I'm doing this, if any questions spring to mind for you guys, feel free to say, because sometimes you know, need the perspective of others to know what people are wondering and curious about. Okay, so can we get a bullet point list? I don't know if we need to, we can literally just keep it short, I guess, like that. Google Docs, I don't like it when you do that. You know, when you press enter and it changes the entire formatting. Behave yourself. Okay. Now, is it being our friend? I don't think it is. Wow. I'm trying to think of the most common questions people usually tend to ask me. Oh, this one was an obvious one. Hang on. There's another one that could actually go first, I think. because it might surprise you, but there are some people that have like not realised you have to come to the Twitch streams to like get involved. So yeah. Also, there was one more. I had one and it's gone. It's slipped my mind. Hopefully I remember it, because I feel like it was an important one. I've got a couple more. I'm just thinking of the right place to put them. I don't think we need we don't want to have too many questions. We only want the main ones. So I'm thinking we probably won't have much more than that anyway. There is a cut. Hang on, where should we put these ones? Okay, there we go. I don't think there's any more, but if there is, that's cool. We can totally add them. It's easy. Okay, so now we're going to answer them. I'm going to answer them all. And it shouldn't be too hard to put them on the website. I'm thinking of doing it the same as how I did this section. In a similar way to that, but obviously we'll say. I'm going to refresh this again and see if it's working. No, it's broke. Oh well. Okay. I'm going to answer the easy questions first. Some of them are very straightforward. Others are a little bit more, will have more explanation. I just wish, you know, the text didn't change colour and font. Make it a bit small. There we go. In fact, I'm going to make the text a bit bigger so you guys can see it better, because I feel like it might not be big enough. Yeah, the world isn't nice right now. It really isn't. Like, this year hasn't been good, and I'm just very grateful I have this project, because it's the perfect escapism. In all honesty, I stream to forget, because I think I'd go crazy if I didn't have stream. I think I would. We all need that escapism. Okay, so word program to use RPG Maker. I don't think it needs more explanation than that. Some of them will be short answers, others will be longer. So, how long have you been working on this? Can we kind of know, right? It's just like at the end of last year when it was Christmas, nobody would have ever predicted this. We were like, bring on 2020, a better year. What a shock we've had. Okay. So how long have you been working on this? Right. So we started this project. It's not a straightforward answer, because as you can see, we're on stream 151 now. So we're making good progress. Still very early on now. Still very. That's a tiny number, 151. It's tiny. We started last year in the spring, but I did have some breaks. I didn't consistently start streaming this until autumn last year. In fact, in the footer section, Was it, what month was it though? All I have to do is look at my first YouTube video, so, oh, double rose, no. You know what, double rose of nightmares. Nightmares, if you see that. There we go, so, oh no, like 1,000 roses now. Right, when was it? I have to click it to see when the... Let's refresh. Oh, March. Yeah, March. We've done the village. Stream. Should I talk in first person or third person? Right, how long have we worked? How did I talk? That's in the footer. I'm gonna look at how others have done it. Okay, but if I'm gonna use we though, I feel like I need to have this as a question. Because it's technically just me, I am the sole developer. People have misunderstood and thought we're a studio, which makes me laugh. But you know, it's normal to think that if you don't know the streams or you've never been here before. Thank you, Matt, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're working on our FAQ page questions today. It's a long time coming. Need to make sure everybody knows all about this. And hi, Sangi, how you doing? Welcome as well. This is truly all you. Yeah, it can be pretty misleading because we brand ourselves as a community-made RPG. And that can give the impression that there's multiple people building this thing, which is not the case. It's just me. But, of course, I stream it. We all get involved together. We all talk about it. So in that regards, we all vote on things together. So in that regards, that's why it's a community project. But welcome, Sangi. I hope you're having a good Friday. The first Twitch stream, hang on, I don't want it to sound super wordy, but I'm not going to get too caught up in wording it properly. We're just going to get roughly down, I think, everything right now. So the first Raindrop Chronicles Twitch stream was in March 2009. I've got to talk about myself in third person, I think, but I always wonder if it sounds weird. But I don't like saying I don't like saying I came up with the idea, I this, I that, because it is a we sort of project, in all honesty. So that's why I prefer talking in third person and saying Rose. because it's a bit more clear then. Gotta grab some snacks. I will be lurking. Oh, awesome. Tell us what snacks you've got. You know, I'm gonna get more cake later because I still have some left, actually. I thought it was all gone, but then I remembered there was a little bit more. But I'll have that after my dinner, I think. Birthday cake, that is. Okay, so Rose came up with the idea of, hang on, I have put this in my footer, but it's very brief. Took the step to bring in this project, right? So Rose came up with the idea of a Twitch starting a Twitch community made RPG in late 2018. The first Raindrop Chronicles Twitch stream was in March. (2019). Yeah, okay, I think that's the main info. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we need to put any more than that for that particular question. But honestly, guys, I'm liking I'm doing this on stream today because you guys can pull me up if like there's literally anything that isn't clarified very well. Because really this FAQ page is for you, everybody here, so they can learn about what we do here. And I know that those of you that have been here a while probably get it anyway, but there might be still some questions here that come as a surprise to you, some of the answers of some of them, which we're going to talk about today, because sometimes I don't say everything, I don't get it all out on the table. We don't get round to it because I'm busy working on actual game, for example, but it's nice to actually discuss the actual development side of things a little bit today, and some of those really important questions that I haven't really made that clear sometimes. And we do have a little bit of lag, I noticed then. I'm not sure why we are getting lag lately. 1 sec, I'm going to close this because my computer's been behaving itself very well the last several months since I got a memory upgrade. I'm going to close down Twitch, and that might not be helping. It has been behaving itself, but now and again we get a bit of lag, but it's very minimal now. I have some fresh chocolate chip cookies and I baked earlier today. Gonna grab a glass of cold milk and pet my kettle for some cinnamon orange tea. That sounds really nice. Give me. Yeah, I want some tea and some cookies. Milk, I tend to like. I very much like drinking the plant-based milks because they're better for my tummy. But I do like drinking those with biscuits and stuff for sure. Okay, so what stage of development? I'm getting the very obvious questions out and written up first. So what honestly, Google Docs, you'd think it'd be the best for this, but it can be a little bit fiddly sometimes. So what stage of development is this on? Right, stage of development, we nowhere near. I think it'll be really good to make in this question to make it clear how ongoing this project is, because some people I've noticed that come in stream don't realise. They think that the project might be over soon. They seem to think, oh yeah, maybe the game will be finished next year. I mean, obviously not. It's episodic, and yes, episode 1 next year. Very likely we will be releasing if all goes well, if we don't come across any hurdles. But obviously the project as a whole is going to be the best part of this decade, because of the epic scope we've got in mind for this, and the fact that it's episodic. We don't know how many episodes we're going to have. I don't like to put a number on that because it's good to keep it open, for sure. Nothing's set in stone in regards to episode number, but we know there will be multiple. And I like to just think about episode 1 for now, because it's small and it's the first step. But how are we going to word this? So what stage of development is this on? The one that made me laugh was I had a YouTube comment. Somebody says how amazed they were that I'd done so many streams of this, over 100. And I was thinking, that's really nice, but you do realise it's going to be way more than that, don't you? You know, 100 to me is a small number. And it does seem big, but I was a Twitch streamer before we started this. Let's not forget I was a streamer for 2 years before we started this project. So I was already very much... But for me, I just felt that streaming this was more productive for me and made me feel happier than streaming video games every week. I like to feel I'm offering something to the world, like a creation. Was a baker earlier in life? Were you? My God, you find something out all the time. I would never have guessed, Oracle. Did you make the best cakes and cookies ever? Okay, so we are in the very early stages of development. Currently, we're working at episode 1. I'm trying to think of the percentage or whereabout we're in it. I'd say we're like halfway through the main quest of episode 1. Because I was thinking 4 main quests could be a good amount. We're just about finishing main quest 2 at this point, but we're not 50% through it because we're going to have a ton of side quests. I say a ton, that might be an exaggeration. We're going to have a reasonable amount of side quests, but I'm more about quality over quantity. And I've said before, I'd rather have 6 incredible, memorable side quests than 20 very boring, forgettable side quests. So that's just an example of how I value the quality of the quests over quantity. But there will be side quests. We don't know how many, at least several. And obviously it'll take time to develop the side quests too. So although we are 50% through the main quest of episode 1, it's probably a lot less than that when you obviously think of the fact we've got to implement the side quest as well as generally improve and add better features as well to the game. That takes time as well. There's a lot of people that are ignorant, not in bad use of the word, towards the amount of hours that can go into development. I agree, Holder, because I mean, even me myself at the start, back when we first came up with this idea in late 2018, early 2019, even me, I thought, oh, this is going to be fast paced because I'm not doing my own art, most of it. I'm not doing my own assets. I'm not doing the code. So I had it in my head that we were going to breeze through this and we'd have an episode 1 in no time. I was wrong, because I'm a massive perfectionist, and even though I am taking a lot of the heavy work off my shoulders, I still put in a lot of time perfecting all those little things, like the cutscenes, for example, and just making sure everything's working great. And that takes time. That takes time. And hi Rex, how you doing? It's good to see you. We're working on our FAQ page today. We're doing something chill for my B-Day stream. Well, my belated B-Day stream. It's a bit of a con for me to say it's my birthday stream today, because it's no longer my birthday. But it's still a belated one, to make up for cancelling it. But yeah, I thought it was going to be fast paced because of those reasons. I've realised I don't want it to be fast paced anymore. When we first started this, I was a lot more casual about this whole thing. I wasn't intending to monetize it or anything like that. It was going to be just a very silly, amateur kind of project. And as time has gone on, I've kind of been like, I actually care about this a lot, and I actually want it to be an important part of my life and something I'm proud of that I've done. So I've started to take it more seriously and wanting to actually make something that's good. And although I'm saying I'm taking it more seriously, I still care about the lightheartedness of the game. I still want it to be very lighthearted and humorous. The game itself, obviously, it's I want to keep that vision we had early on about it being a fun, light-hearted thing. I don't want to get all serious, but at the same time, of course, I'm taking it more seriously. I want it to be good. I would have loved to make you a birthday cake. Do you like marshmallows? I do. I like everything. Anything that's tasty and sweet, I love it. I still make the best cakes and cookies. I'm certain I've contributed to the weight gain of several family members and friends. Yeah, well, I'll have it all because I'm one of those very lucky people blessed with a fast metabolism. So I'm going to just eat it all, okay? Or I could just give it all to me instead. I'll I'll have it all. I won't say no. Hey Rex, Davis says. So we are in the very early stages of development currently. Working on episode 1. We're in the very early stage of currently working on episode 1. The amount of episodes that will be altogether is, and also I hope you don't mind the keyboard ASMR, folks. I know you love it if you're still hanging out here. You'd have left a long time ago if you didn't like that keyboard ASMR. The amount of episodes there will be is, I feel like this is worded very badly, by the way, so I'm not going to care too much right now. I just want to get the information in. I mean, I've got currently there twice, and it's very and this sentence is a bit wordy for my liking. The amount of episodes there will be altogether, it's currently unknown. Right, but how are we gonna word this? I don't know, maybe we could leave it there. I just kind of part of me wanted to say that it is going to be a big project. It's not going to be finished in this time next year or even the year after that. It's going to be a 2020s decade thing. I've already committed to that. Like, no matter what happens in my life, even if I had to get another job because this wasn't enough. And I'm in a position where I need to get another job. All I do is change the hours, and of course I'd have to work on it a little bit less if that happened. But it wouldn't be cancelled. It would still be a priority in my life because I need that creative outlet. I don't want to work for the man. I'll always be wanting to have an outlet for that reason. Oh hi. Oh Rose, I'm sure you'd gain a stone if you had to eat my cooking for a month. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I have a lot of nice foods. I'm very addicted to the nice foods, and I weigh just slightly over 100 pounds. So, you know, I'm pretty small made. And I always got told that when I hit 30, I would notice the difference and I'd pile the pounds on. Got told that by multiple people when I was in my early 20s. Well, they're wrong because I'm the same. My weight is the same as it was when I was 13. Hasn't changed. Rose is small. Yeah, on all honesty, my body type's the same as I was when I was 13, which is why some people think I am 13, which is creepy because I'm not. And I'm nowhere near that age. Like, yeah, I'm over double that age. So it kind of freaks me out a bit when people think that. I mean, I don't mind being thought of as somebody who's in my early 20s. That's fine, but I don't want to be 12, please. I don't want to be 12. A grown woman. But when I'm not wearing any makeup and I'm in my casuals, I do look a bit young. Easy to carry. I still get ideas for 16 rated games. See, being thought of as 16 isn't too bad. 16's still a bit young, but it's not as much as being 12. I mean, my goodness gracious. I know I'm small, but I'm not 12. But, you know, hopefully that means when I'm super old, when I'm an old lady, I'll look really young. I'll be 60 and look like I do now. How cool will that be? You probably get ID'd at pubs. Yeah, it depends on the person. I found if it's a young man, I get let off. But if it's like an older person, or, you know, older people seem to think I'm younger, but people my age just let me off and don't ID me. It all depends on the person who is there, who is responsible. You look like a gorgeous woman, and I'm super uncomfortable with anyone that would tell you that you look 12. That makes me look like super creepy. It's creepy, I know. It is disturbing, but the main thing is I'm not 12, so you don't have to worry. I'm a 31-year-old woman, so it's all fine. By the way, did you draw that warrior version of yourself with the swords? Oh, that was commissioned. It's actually the only thing I've ever commissioned in my channel art. Most of everything else I've done myself. The emotes, the sub badges, the channel stuff and that you see on the starting soon screen, that's what I've done. But the actual character art was done by a professional comic book artist because I wanted something that looked pretty good. I would never be able to pull off anything that looks that amazing. I'll give you his website. He's like, I wanted something comic book style for me. That was the plan, and he was the best one that I saw. And he's done a fair few other Twitch streamers' art as well. I found him through some of my friends. So I'm going to put it in because I always like to promote those talented artists who have done amazing work. So there you go. You should dye a cool white streak in your hair. You wouldn't have many problems then, you know. I'm kind of on that stage right now. I'm grey. Not fully grey. When I say I'm grey, I just have like several strands. But I hide them. I get rid of them because I don't like it. I don't think it suits me. Maybe it's because I've got such a young face. I think if I had, you know, all silver all over is nice, but not when it's just bits. I think that looks pretty manky, so I get rid of them. Yeah, I've got some grey too. We can upgrade. Yeah, but it suits you. That's the difference. Like, I think it looks good, like on you. It doesn't on me. I just don't have the face or the look for it. So but anybody who's got dark hair naturally tends to go grey first. That's a fact anyway. And character art portrait, but yeah, emotes, sub badges, bit badges, patched by me. Yeah, just found the information. Oh no, it's fine. It's the panels can be a bit well hidden sometimes and easily missed. So I don't mind you asking the questions. All good. I have a little patch of grey in the front, slowly going salt and pepper. Yeah. Some people suit it. All depends on you. Okay, so where were we? There we go. Let's look at some of our other questions that we've got. And chat, if any questions spring to mind, that you think could be a good one to have in AFK, feel free to say Google Docs, you suck. Sorry, I'm raging. I'm also, I don't know, hang on, checking something. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's because it's not a header. You suck, Google Docs, because you keep changing the formatting of everything. And I don't like that. Like, you're meant to be the same as the others. I'm mad at you. So for that reason, I can't change it to header because it's going to change the formatting, and I'm too lazy to make it that again. So, okay, so when will episode 1 be released? I think it's doing the gap because it's going on another page, probably. So when will it be released? I like to inform our community with these things, so I like to at least give a little bit of a guide on things. I hate it when game devs don't communicate with their community very well, and like, I'm not going to call out any game dev, but there's a certain large one out there that is very, very not revealing when the next episode is coming out in their game. They're not saying. And I know that I'm not interested in playing it until I know. Ow, sorry about the banging, guys. Thank you, Topbox, for the follow. I appreciate it. Cut right now. We are aiming for it's hard to know how to word this because it's not set in stone right now, so I'm gonna say nothing is confirmed, but We are aiming for, like, I guess I'm sort of saying we're aiming for it to, like, sort of be really there around in 2021. I'm not gonna, like, give any month. I mean, it's probably gonna be the later half. But we would love to be close to release towards the end of 2021. And the reason I say 2021 now, it used to be 2020 when I used to think this was a very past project, but then I've realised there's absolutely no chance episode 1 is gonna be out in 2020 because we've done no side quest yet. We're only halfway through the main quest scenario at this point. We're on main quest 2, starting main quest 3 content in the autumn, in the fall, about then. And it's, you know, right now it's been 6 months per main quest. It's been pretty slow. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know how it's gonna go. I think I'll get into the groove of things better as I get used to this. But I still always like to not pressure myself and not rush, because I want this to be good quality and well done, rather than just rushed for the sake of it. Like, if I said, oh yeah, let's do main quest 3 in a month, we're not gonna have something that's that good if we do it that fast. So yeah, we'll see. So nothing is yet confirmed, but we would love to be close to release towards the end of 2021. Yeah, I think that's good to say, because I'm not saying it's going to be in 21, but that would be like the goal. I kind of see as like each episode would be 1 to 2 years of development, depending on how heavy we want to go in terms of content. How are you doing, Topbox? I hope you're having a good Friday. So what platforms will this be released on? Windows PC is just Is that the best way to say? Should we just say Windows, or is Windows PC the best way to say it? It will only confirmed to be on Windows PC at this time. Windows 10. RPG Maker MV. See, it's the engine, it's the program that decides, you know, it's whatever RPG Maker MV allows. Let me just check programs, because it's definitely going to be Windows 10, because that's what I've got myself. So, without a doubt. But I don't know whether it would do the earlier Windows, that's the thing. It's what I want to check about the earlier Windows, really. But hi Ink, how are you doing? One sec, I'm going to just do a bit of research of RPG Maker MV Windows 10 and check if it does the others as well. I'm not open Steam. Steam will tell me. So Seems like there's not a really confirmed answer from Googling, unless I'm not looking in the right place. It's got to be somewhere in big letters. Because, yeah, I know it's going to be on Windows 10, but I want to make sure about the others, you know. Export options. Let's say. And I know it allows it on others as well. But I cannot confirm it's going to be on anything else just yet, because I do not own a Linux or a Mac. Although it is doable, I'd want to make sure it was tested on those, you know. Like, I'm not going to just release it on a platform that it's not being tested on. Import to Windows, Linux, Android. It's not going to be on mobile. It's not going to be on HTML. You know, it can be on, you know, I'm pretty sure they're allowing it to be on Nintendo software now, but I can't confirm it'll be on that because console licenses are not cheap. So that's why we can only confirm it to be on Windows PC at this time, Windows 10 at this time. Windows 7, 8, and 10. Right, so it will allow Windows 7, 8 and 10. If it does, and I'm going to put them there. What game engine are you using? Yeah, that one is a question on our FAQ page, actually. What program do you use? Should we change? Is program the best term, do you think? Or should we change it to game engine? What do you think is the best? The most clear? Because I want this FAQ page to have as much clarity as possible with its wording. If it goes gangbusters, the Linux people figure out how to run it, don't worry. Yeah, I would like to have it on both Mac and Linux. Like, that would be a goal and something I'm very interested in doing, because it does allow it. You know, it does allow that as an option, MV, but I'm just not, I don't want to confirm it because things could go wrong. We could test it and it'd be a massive headache, and you know, but it could be on the cards if it's not a headache to do. And obviously something like the Switch, I'd have to be rich. Probably for it to end up on there. Okay, so let's have a look if there's any other questions we can answer fast. I want to answer the very easy questions first. Mac and Linux are potential possibilities, but no promises right now. Nintendo Switch is possible, but as consoles, I know, I don't even know if there's a point in adding the Switch part, because it's just so unlikely to happen. So I don't know, guys. I just know that MV have done a thing with Switch now, so okay, let's catch up with chat. Your Skype will be double if you were to start testing for it now. Yeah. And we're not anywhere close to the testing phase right now. I do have a question right here. Can I help test episode 1 before release? Because I will be releasing playable builds. And obviously improving and adding on those playable builds as we do more and more. I'm aiming for a very, very basic one later this summer, a release. But obviously there'll be conditions with that, which I'll talk about in that question later. And if you say what tools you could also include, like Photoshop, Aspirate, Audacity, whatever you use besides RPG Maker for anything else, that's actually a good point. What program and tools do you use? Yeah, that's we'll just expand on that one and say and tools. RPG Maker is the game engine. We'll change that to game engine. It's a little bit more clear. Used, and I'm going to just do that for now. We'll fill that question in a little bit later. What development engine is this being creative with? Oh, that's true as well. Could have worded it like that. What gaming and tools is this being created with? I think I like that wording of this being creative with rather than just use. Someone in my neighborhood renamed their Wi-Fi as free 5G. My god, it has gone wild, really. My goodness me, things are crazy. Keep it simple. RPG Maker MV. Hi NY as well, welcome to stream. RPG Maker MV should at least very least support Windows 10 all the way back to Vista, macOS and Linux out the box, with support for Android, iOS and a small bit of configuration. Yeah, so yeah, that's why those ones are definitely going to be the likely ones, but it won't be on mobile because it's just more work, screen resolutions and sizing. I don't even think it would look good on mobile. So our target audience, in all honesty, the fact we're a bunch of RPG nerds of the 90s, most of us who hang out here, you know, you know, mobile doesn't really fit us in this game. So yeah. We got more questions here. Day one of people noticing that there will be people with axes, hammers to break the tower, and day two they toppled down a lightning pole thinking there was a router on it, which was just a battery of sorts for it. People. Okay. This is one we need to answer as well. Rose Rainblood is the solo developer. Hang on. I don't know if that's the best way to say it, but I basically want to say this project is a solo dev project, you know, created by one person, and the community help get involved with feedback and ideas and voting on polls and hanging out in the Twitch community. Just so people know that this isn't a studio, because people have come in thinking this is a studio. My goodness me. No, this is a £0 budget project with just little old me making it. So okay, so how are we gonna word this? It is mainly developed by myself with the help and feedback of my community, something like that. Yeah, although I am writing it in third person because people will be like, who's myself, you know. I like to be clear with who it is. Okay. But it's not just mainly developed by me. It is developed by me, like 100%. All of it's me. Because it can easily be misunderstood that the community also built the game, like physically use RPG Maker themselves to make it, which they don't, because I have full control. So I think that does need to be clarified. Have we Instead of solo, I'll say only. Raindrop is the... I'm really don't know about the word in this one. I'm like, no, that, and then I'm like, no, actually, no. There we go. Raindrop Chronicles is, there we go. Is created by one do you know? I'm like, this word is a bit weird, but I'm a fuss pot with things like this. Hi, happy birthday, Rose. Pushing the birthday celebrations over to weekend is pretty common, I think. And today is a wonderful day for a wonderful birthday. Thank you, National, for the love and hype. I appreciate it. Super appreciate it. Let's see all the emojis in chat. I think now's an excuse to use all of them. Every single emoji in existence. Even the sad ones. No, actually, we'll delete the sad ones. Only happy emotes allowed. Okay. Hyper. How are you doing though, National? I hope you're having a great day. We're working on our FAQ page today. Wanted a bit of a break from the game dev simply because it's very hot here today. And I've had a very draining week as well. So I wanted some chill. Some super chilling. This is super important anyway, you know. It's always been super important to do. And even I've done a testimonials form. So if anybody does want to have something on the website that they've said about the project, you have the option to do that, and you will be on the website in that section when we get it up. I'm going to put that in chat again, actually, just so people can have easy access to it if they wish. I cannot spell. I think I butchered that spelling. Hi Matt, how are you doing? And thanks guys, I appreciate you helping me with the wording, because I can get brain melt sometimes. I'm like, oh my god, how do I word this? That happens a lot. So I appreciate it. Let's see what people have said then. So Rick Roo said Stardew Valley was developed completely solo by Concerned Ape and released on February the 26th, 2019. As an example is stated on Stardew. Yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to look how others write it as well, for sure. Raindrop Chronicles is created by community consensus and published by one person. Published is an interesting one. Would you say I'm the publisher and developer as well, you know? It's I mean, I just want to kind of be as straightforward as possible and not allow anyone to misunderstand, because we've had a few. We've definitely had some misunderstandings, which is very normal because this project is pretty different and niche. Doesn't really, nobody else is kind of doing a community thing. As far as I'm aware, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's others out there doing that. And Rose Raybird is the solo developer of Raindrop Chronicles, utilising feedback from the community. That's a good way to word it too. Yeah, I think we could mix some of all of those to come up with our wording. Because we definitely need to mention that the community get involved, because that's important, but it just needs to be made clear that it's not a studio, and it's not a studio environment in that others are building it as well as me. That would be crazy. I mean, pretty awesome if it was, but it's also way above what this actually is. Okay, so Raindrop Chronicles is developed. Actually, yeah, we should start with Rose Rainblood. Rose Rainblood is... I think that's kind of what we had before in a way. Solo is the key word, isn't it? I think. The direction of the project is... Rachel is a super cool person and is also amazing. She's also super cool that she made an RPG called Raindrop Chronicles with a Twitch community. She is also super cool. Wow, that's a good testimonial. You're funny. Day's going good. Great to see you. Thank you, National. It's great to see you too. Appreciate you all. I'll probably put the FAQ section and the testimonial section on in one update, maybe. We'll see. Rex knows how to flatter me. Okay, so the community help with the direction of the project, help shape the direction of the project. Does that make sense? Rose Rainbow is a solo developer of Raindrop Chronicles and the community help. It has a weird helps to shape the direction of the project. We could always give examples if we wanted to expand more, like what exactly do you shape, but to be honest, I have that written somewhere in my bio, I think. Let's get my Twitch bio up. Shape the story, characters, dialogue, scenes, world, and more. Just everything, in all honesty, just everything we feel like doing on whenever the time comes. Help. This includes or such as okay, so there we go. Okay, I think that's not too bad. We're getting there. By hanging out in Twitch streams. You can get involved by hanging out in our Twitch streams. Everybody is welcome. apart from assholes. Hang on, let me just put this up because I've just realised I've not got it up for you guys, so let's get it up. You can get involved by hanging out in our Twitch streams. Everybody is welcome. Well, obviously everybody is welcome, but we have a vibe here. We have a very chill, relaxed vibe. We don't have like elitists or any sort of snobby haters that don't like old games, or you know, some people exist in the gaming community like that, and I think we've got a pretty nice bunch here. We've got a group of gaming fans that are very passionate and mature and geeky and very, very wholesome, and that's the sort of community I want to keep. And so saying everybody's welcome, I love sounding exclusive and that, and making sure that give that impression, but at the same time I very kind of, we have a vibe here. We have a sort of audience. There is a target audience. Well, I don't think I could top that feedback. Yeah. Well, guys, make sure that you do know that if you do fill in one of these, just as again, that it will be on the website. So make sure you don't put anything shocking. No lewd avatars, okay? Because it won't be approved. Okay, so you can get okay, so if you are a fan of RPG games, RPGs, you well, if people know that anyway, we don't need to go into all that. That can go. We can just keep it short and sweet if we want. I sometimes feel like I want to expand on these questions, but it's not hugely necessary. Okay, so RPG Maker is a game engine used, and Photoshop is used for graphic asset editing. What else do we use? I forgot. I do use Audacity for sound. There you go. I might have forgot a very important software, maybe. Slipped my mind. What type of avatar, just one of us or something random? Honestly, whatever you want, guys. If you want me to, I can put in brackets. I'll put anything you want. I mean, I'm thinking, what would I put in? A selfie, or if you don't want to show your face, which some people don't, you can just put in any sort of avatar you like, whether it's a character in a game you like, or something that represents you, whether it's you or, you know, a mascot of some kind of yours, or a character you like, you know, and it can be anything. As long as it's not offensive is the main thing, which no one here would do that. If you want to expand on one, it might be worth another section. Another question might clarify. Yeah, that's true. So if there is another question, something like, what sort of community do we have here? Or what's expected of the community? I mean, we could have that, but in all honesty, I feel that we have that in our Twitch panels anyway, in our value section. So I don't think it's relevant to put that here, maybe. Do you use oh yeah, thank you for mentioning that. Totally slipped my mind. In fact, let's organize this a little bit more better. Game engine. PG Maker, my goodness. Okay, so Game Engine RPG Maker, Photoshop, graphics, editing. Sound editing, and just keep things a little bit more. I think listing this section makes sense. Trello, project planning. There we go. There we go, guys. We're there. We're getting there. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, of course. Otherwise, it's always better to ask if unsure. So, and if anyone wants an example of like testimonials, wording, this is kind of what people have done on someone else's website. If anyone's stuck for wording, literally just say whatever comes to your head about what it's like, and why you like it, and you know what keeps you hanging out here, and what makes you enjoy these streams, and just that sort of thing, you know. I use GIMP, can't afford Photoshop, though Critter is also free, right? Never heard of Critter, if that's how you say it. Yeah, GIMP was one I tried out once, but I ended up getting confused, so I ended up just sticking to Photoshop, because I've had Photoshop since my college days, so it's on its habit. That I'm just sticking to that one because I'm used to it. Okay, so we've answered those four. We've answered this ones. So let's read them out so far. So how do I become part of the community and get involved? You can get involved by hanging out in our Twitch streams. And if anyone, like, as we go through these, if there's anything that really sticks out to someone that I've missed out, feel free to say. Like, it was a really good idea when you guys said maybe mention the tools that you use. Critter is free. Sometimes fun to try out other programs, for sure. I know I'm one of these that tend to stick with what I know. Rose Rainbird is a solo developer of Raindrop Chronicles, and the community helps shape the direction of the project, such as the story, characters, dialogue, scenes, world, and lore. And one thing we are going to have, other than a FAQ and testimonials page, there is another section that's going to be added, a credit section as well. All this that's currently here that you say is kind of going to go and be put onto the World Anvil Lore Bible instead. And I'm kind of wanting to fill this up with other things, such as the FAQ, testimonials, credits, and features, like game features as well. And of course, a sort of banner that shows off the Lore Bible, because I want the Lore Bible to be like a extension of the website. So eventually, those of you that have contributed a lot will be in the credits section, as well as those of you that that are the people that have created, that have used the assets of in the game, will be mentioned as well. Okay, so we've got a few more questions here, some very interesting questions here that are also important. So this will be where we have okay, so we'll start with this one. Hang on, are there any easier ones first? Okay, so these are all the trickier questions here. They're not necessarily tricky, but they're also things I haven't talked about much on stream, some of them yet, such as mainly the testing one and the funding one. Although I think a lot of you know that I live off savings and my Twitch revenue, because I'm a starving creative. I don't talk about that a lot, but I feel like it does need to be mentioned, because people like to know the developer and how they are managing to live off this and things like that. It's all very, people want to know these things. People want to understand the creator. Sky Arcania Dev, if you're doing Pixel art, you can use pixelapp.com for free as a starter. If you like it a lot, then you could switch to Esperite. It's like 16. Yeah, I think I downloaded a free trial of that once, and it was I really love the UI of Esperite. For sure, it would have been a little bit of a learning curve if I was going to start that one, but I think it's a very nice one. So yeah, if anybody's looking at Pixel art, and I'd probably recommend that one. Everybody seems to recommend Esperite. My game is 3D, thanks for the invite. Oh, is it? Is it a 3D one? Oh, that's cool. What 3D software do you use? I'm very thirsty today, guys. Okay, so let's get on with the rest of the questions. Right. So this one. Now, this is an interesting one, guys, because I'm going to spell it out that when this project began, and I've already talked about this a few times on stream recently anyway, so it might not be news to some of you here, but it might be news to some of you as well that haven't heard. So when this project begun, when I came up with the idea, I was all like, yeah, this is free to play. I was all about that. But since things have developed, since I put so much of my time into this, it's not going to be sustainable realistically to do this for a decade, potentially, if I'm not getting anything at all as an income. So it will cost, each episode will cost something, but not much. It won't be the price of a full game, obviously, because it's episodic and we don't know how long the episode's going to be. We're going to obviously have an estimate of play time when we do testing. We'll have an idea then of the play time. But of course, I don't agree with something I'm very against is greed in the industry. I don't agree with full price in games that aren't full games. So it won't be much, but I value the time and effort I put into this, so it will be something. But it's hard to put a price now on it, because it's hard to say when we don't know how much content there is. But it's not probably going to be much. But other than that, I'm going to be doing lots of giveaways. People who have contributed extensively to the project will get a free copy, and for sure those people will be rewarded, as well as those that have made assets, and anybody who hangs out here a lot will likely get a free copy if they've been a big contributor. So also, Right, now let's catch up with chat. So I assemble my sheets in GG but create them in Sprite. Oh, graphic scale. You use graphic scale? I love graphic scale. It's just been the one I've stuck with all this time and I'm attached to it. Thank you for the follows, by the way, Sky and Glow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't agree with the greed either. So chapter 1 will be $95, but if you want deluxe version, it will be $120. And keep an eye out for £20 DLC that will add costumes. Yeah. So you guys trust me, and I think you know me quite well, that I'm a non-greedy person. I have a very little business. I don't have a business mind at all. It's something I struggle with. I'm creative, not business minded. So people who are creative, I've talked to some people and they also struggle in that department too. But I have to be realistic that I'm gonna have to start thinking about that if I want this project to realistically last, and be good quality, you know, because I want to reward myself for my time. I want it to be my job. I want it to be somewhat of a job for me, even if it's not like a huge amount of income. I want to at least get something for my time and effort. Whatever you make it, I know it will be fair. I feel like DLC is pointless, even the campaign add-ons, lol. There are a few times I've ever thought DLC was worth it, yes. DLC is a weird one in games. I don't actually really agree with it. I don't like it. I think just have it in the game. Just have it all in the game. But some companies have dealt with DLC really well. There are some out there that do a great job. CD Projekt Red being one of them. But then there's other companies that do an epic fail job of it. And any plan, if not already done, for Kickstarter? Right now, no. I think if I was ever going to do a Kickstarter, it would be if I had a larger community and if I was going to be more ambitious about the project scope and scale. Like if I wanted to go all out and start hiring people and to do things, and because right now this is a £0 budget project really, and it's staying like that for now. Who knows what the future holds in terms of funding in regards to things like that, but right now I'm staying with the zero budget thing, but who knows whether that'll be a forever thing. Only time will be the judge of that. But right now I don't want to put too much on myself or my community to make this a heavily funded thing. I'm kind of trying to ease that pressure and burden right now, but and just sort of enjoy ourselves. Zero budget, just like me. Yeah. No one here is zero budget. Everybody here is worth $1 million. Okay, so also let's go through a few of the other questions. I feel like I want to chat about a few of things. So can I help test episode 1 before release? So it's now, because you mentioned Kickstarter, there's something relevant to that. Not Kickstarter, but another platform called Patreon, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of that. Now, I've had a few people ask me a lot of times if I'm ever going to have a Patreon. I've been reluctant. The main reason is I do not think that somebody putting money into this necessarily means that they're gonna have the best ideas. Like someone mentioned once, and this was a while ago, that you could like have a patron and the people that patrons are the ones that contribute ideas, and I kind of was like, no, because from what I've learnt doing this, the reason we've come up with so many ideas and cool things is because it's been open and that people have just been allowed to contribute no matter what. There's not been restrictions on the community. The creation of Carol the Barrel might not have happened if I had people have to pay to submit ideas, you know what I mean? So I'm very attached to the fact that I don't make my community pay to get involved. But I think I would like a Patreon for some things. And one of those things would be for those that want to play the playable builds and test the game and be testers. That's one thing that stands out to my mind. So yes, anybody at all can test the game if when that time comes, because we're still a bit early on. It's going to be late summer, early autumn when the first playable girl comes out. So yes, it'll be then, and I'm thinking of opening up a Patreon at that point, and now we'll see what to do. Hi Cloud. Yeah, it's anybody who is a anybody, how do I word this? Anybody that I want as a community member and appreciate as a community member, I know would 100% back me on this, because they know how much effort I'm putting into this, the amount of sleepless nights I have, and how long I plan on creating this game, and the best part of the decade. So anybody that cares about me and my well-being and my, you know, as a creator would, you know, let's face it, they'd be all for it. So that is just how it is. So that is how it is. And I know that some people might not like it, and if that's the case, they can go, because I value my time. So right, and what other questions do we have? So how is the project funded? Right, so it's a £0 budget project, so there we go. But as for how do I live, how do I fund myself? Nothing. I don't have an income, guys. I don't have another job, and I am not rich at all. So I live off my savings from my last job, and I also live off my Twitch revenue that I get, and I live as a massive hobo. 100% I live as a massive hobo. Luckily I am a very low maintenance person. I don't ever buy anything for myself, and I live with my family right now, so I don't have to pay bills. So it all works out great right now for me. And I'm very lucky that I have a very, very supportive family that are not like, just get out, get a job. They think what I'm doing is amazing, and they believe in me. So I'm lucky, and for sure that's another reason why I have to sort of value what I'm doing. I need, because I'm not going to be 40 and still in this position. I'm not going to be 40 years old and still a hobo. I want to eventually have my own place and afford to live, and I know that a chance of that is I'll have to have another job on the side while I'm doing this, because I'll never be the sort of person that expects this to be a hit and for me to suddenly be rich. That's a dream, not the reality. So I'm kind of prepared for one day. Who knows? I have to do this on the side. But right now I'm lucky. For the next year or the next couple of years, I'm able to continue working as I am. I can afford to do that, and I'm in a position to do that. So I'm going to make the most of it and go for it as much as possible. And focus and see what happens. Just need to be financially sustainable, then you have a much more freedom after that point. Yeah, you just have to see where it takes you. No, we don't know. Eventually there might be a point that I'll be like, okay guys, I can't just, I'm going to be getting a job because I'll be fed up being a horror. So, but I just want you all to know that if I do ever do that this project will still carry on. I need that creative outlet. I'd never give up my creative dreams to just work for the man and work for somebody else forever, because my dream is to make something of me. But I'm just glad that for the next year or the next year and a half or however long I can do what I'm doing, and I'm not like under pressure to pay bills and get a job right now. So and I only use part-time to develop game, too risky to be full-time for me personally. And hi Snails, and I hope it becomes it. Yeah, I do. Don't get my dream is to be a creator full-time and be able to have my own place and afford to live. That's the life. But it's true, and as Sky says as well, a lot of people have to have another job while doing their creative dreams. That is the reality of life. I might be that person as well in another year or another 2 years from now, that I have to do this part-time and get another job too. But I'm very lucky that I had a decent amount of savings from my last job, and I get an okay amount of support on Twitch. It's not lots, but it's enough while I'm living at home. It's enough to treat myself to things and so yeah, I'm all right for now. And I wanted to let you guys have a bit of background on me. I know that some of you already know, but some of you don't. And I like to be more open so you guys know me, what my life is like, and me doing this, because, well, I might be some princess living in a mansion, but far from it. Hope so too. And I have to go now. Gonna finish my demo for the release soon. Oh, that's really exciting. And feel free to share it in the Discord when your demo comes out, because I'm sure some people would be up for playing it if they get the time. So take care, Cloud. Yep, this is in my spare time. Yep, very much so. I mean, we all want to do it full time, don't we, guys? Every single creator out there wants to, but it's not an easy world. Rent is expensive, and I don't want to rent right now, because if I did, I'd have to get a job and I'd have to give up my time. So but yes, I'm still quite young, so I can go away with it for now. I'm going to make the most of the next year or so. We're going to get episode 1 out, and we're going to make it as good as we can, and we'll see what happens after that. Won't we? Itch.io link or in the Discord. Awesome. So yeah, really, these last questions, how many are they? This one, the free-to-play one, the testing one, and the project funding is all what I've just rambled on about to you. We've got to just break it down here into some shorter sentences. So, and what are the last 2 questions? So, how can I help support the development? Well, Twitch. People here, like, if they want to, everything's optional, of course, in the stream, and I love people here and appreciate people here whether they're a subscriber or not, and I always treat people the same, because in all honesty, and this is a big point, the most supportive thing a person can do is hang out in your streams and chat. or lurk. Those are the most supportive things a person can do. The subbing and the bits, and it's all amazing, and it helps, and it helps as streamers, but it's never the main thing. So helping the development would literally be lurking in the streams, hanging out and chatting, because it helps so much. It helps. And following on the social medias as well. I mean, I've got a Twitter here. We've got 90 follows on our Raindrop Chronicles Twitter now, by the way, folks. So we're very close to 100, which will be nice when we get that. And I'm not like a huge active user of the Twitter, the Raindrop Chronicles Twitter right now, but I am pretty sure that once we do start getting more to show off visually, things will start getting put up on there more. And as a reminder, we do have the scene in the Discord again. Want to make sure everybody is aware of that. I've popped them in there for you to watch the Carol flashback scene. It's finally done. Any imperfections people notice, you feel free to give feedback. And even if you just want to say looks good, that's fine too as feedback. If you want. And some people might not want to watch because they want a surprise, which is fine too, if people don't want to spoil themselves. But it's there for those that do want to say, and it's going to be there for a few days. Feedback, comments and feedback will be, I don't have a date yet. I'll just keep it open for a bit longer, but there will be a time when it, we'll shut that down, and the video will be, the scene will be set in stone and posted on the YouTube and things like that. So what else have we got as our questions? So yeah, I've already said support them. You're lurking in streams, following on social media, tweeting about us. All these many things you can do without having to give the monies. But for those that do give the monies, thank you very much. It helps too, but it's optional as well, because not everybody can afford to, life is tough. And what if I have a question? Okay, so that's the last one, and I thought it'd be a good one to put in because things are going to be changing soon, guys. I'm going to just make that clear right now. I have my DMs open. Always like doing that because I am very open with my community, and I'm a kind person who likes to answer all the questions. But at the end of the month, I will be closing them, and I will encourage people to contact me on email or Twitter instead, or on stream. People can ask questions on stream. It's always the best time. And the reason why I made that decision is the last week I had 50 messages in my DMs, and I know that a lot of that was because of my birthday. It was my birthday, so that was a big reason. Also, everything going on social media at the moment. Social media at the moment and Twitter and the streaming industry, there's been a lot happening. So there was a lot with that too. But it's become just a little bit overwhelming. I have to think about my time, and I'm not going to be getting stuff done if I'm always DMing people. So I'm going to put a sort of close that off. But of course, I don't want to discourage any questions altogether. It'll just be email instead, Twitter or stream. And I'll probably only check my email once a week. I'll probably set aside an hour or so to check those. So really the quickest way to get to ask me is on stream, and I can say straight away, then I can answer everything straight away because I'm streaming right here. follow on Twitter from me. Thank you, Older. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And that is it. I don't think there's anything else. And we still have to write those up, but I kind of wanted to get everything out there too for you guys right now. And I don't think there's any more questions. I don't think there is. If there is, feel free to throw them at me if there's any that I've missed. But I think we've got the main ones. Yeah, sorry for PMing in Discord. Wasn't sure if I should put feedback in Discord because it was some negative points, and I'm like new to this community, so I didn't want to be like, hey, just joined. This is all you are doing wrong. What do you mean by negative points, Rick? Because you can say here, in all honesty, I like to be open and have everything up front for the community to see, because I want us all to be involved and part of it. So for sure, but you guys just have to realise that it's a burden on my shoulders to get a lot of private messages, and it's a lot easier to just talk on stream. But this is not personal at anybody here. Just let me just make that point. I had a lot of messages. It wasn't any particular person. I had dozens of messages over the course of this week, so it was just all those added up together, you know, ended up being a lot. Everything about Raindrop Chronicles looks good, more than good. Honestly, I wasn't able to find many sound effects that I could play inside a browser. What I could find, I posted. Oh, thank you. Did you watch it then, National? That's great. And I think I want to do that with cutscenes and at least open up feedback, because, you know, I could get something wrong, because you need that other pair of eyes, you know, you need that, because with the scenes, because sometimes just one person, you can miss the ball on something and you can think, oh yeah, and there could be those little mistakes, and we want it to be good as possible. Well, thanks for the feedback. And yes, was there anything else I wanted to say? I feel like I had loads to say before. Oh yeah, National, I got your message too, and I'm very interested in that, and I apologise for not responding to anyone. What you got to realise about me is I always feel really guilty for not replying, but it just was very overwhelming for me this week. So yeah, I just have to change things slightly, because I'm only a 25 average viewer streamer. Imagine if I was 3 times the size that, or, you know, it would be crazy. And I'm shocked at the size I am, that I get the messages I do. Because I wouldn't have ever expected it. I did think I would, but you'd be surprised. I get a lot of randoms message me, I get a lot of community members message me, a lot of acquaintances message me, people who've not even come into the streams before or been in them for months, just randomly out the blue. And hi Rose, happy belated birthday. How are you? Thank you, Rod. I appreciate that. How are you doing today, Rod? It is a belated birthday indeedy, but we had to do it. Had to at least make up for the cancelled birthday stream. And I says I wasn't going to do anything fancy. I could have gone all out, you know, a super birthday hype thing, but I wanted to keep things simple, because I've not really had the time or the energy this week to do anything like that. It's been, and this goes for any streamer this week, it's been a hard week for content creators on Twitch this week. Those of us that are involved in the streamer Twitter and in the know about the industry anyway. I know some streamers don't even bother getting a Twitter, and I understand why, because it keeps you away from all of it. But there's been some messed up stuff happening in the industry. But I think it'll help. I think it'll help change things for the better. So I'm trying to stay positive about it. And what did you think about my character sheet? Yeah, I mentioned it earlier on stream, but you might have been lurking, so I don't think you heard. But it looks great. It's all really good. There was nothing that stuck out to me as an issue. I would have probably sent you a quick message if there had been an issue. But I was like, yeah, that looks good. So what kind of stuff? Where can I go read about it? I did post in important news here in my last announcement. I'll send you this link. There's just a lot of dodgy stuff. People in positions of power, people like very popular content creators, even Twitch staff, have been found out to be sexual predators, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing as a female in the industry to be hearing about all this. There's been dozens and dozens of cases of it, and luckily some of them have been banned, so it's looking that things are going okay. And just stopping in to check on how stuff's been. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing as good as I can. I mean, one of my friends was one of the people that was found out, and that's always a shock when it's someone you know. I mean, they weren't a super close friend, let me just state that. It's just someone I've met in real life and was on an old Twitch team of mine. But we weren't like super close friends, but I'd say there were someone I considered a friend. But yes, it's always difficult to accept when you hear that about somebody you know. And it's been shocking, some of the stuff, some of what's being said. So yeah, yikes, I know, right? And sorry to bother you with stuff like that. No worries. I mean, I know that a lot of you sent me a message this week, like several of you here right now did. So, you know, it's not just one person. It's not aimed at anyone. When I say I'm going to be closing my DMs, it's not because of one person here. It's because of all of it. The nature of being a content creator and streamer, as more people join the community, it's only expected that you're going to get more messages as time goes on. So I didn't expect it now. I thought I'd have to be a much larger streamer to have to close DMs, but I feel like the time is right. I think especially with everything that's gone on, guys, like all this sexual harassment and stuff, I want to do it for my own safety too, because nobody here has ever crossed the line at all. Nobody here now has ever crossed the line, but people in the past have. And I'm not going to name any names. I could if I wanted to, and I could get those people's careers ruined. But I'm not. I want to keep what I know private. I'm not comfortable talking about it, but because of things like that, I want to protect myself as a female in the industry too, just for the future as well, because who knows what kind of creepsters might come in the future as well. So I know if I close my DMs back in 2017, things wouldn't have happened that did happen. So, you know, you kind of have to put the boundaries there. And okay, need to just check some of your YouTube videos. I'm keen to see the total for each of your game and yourself as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words, and I appreciate that. And you take care, and good luck with your work. Thanks for hanging out with us. Very curious, a lot of discussion was facilitated by it, so that's something good from it. Yeah, I honestly think things will be for the better now this has all happened, because it's going to stop people being creeps as much. People will think about what they do and say a bit more now this has all happened, because they'll be scared of being called out and named and shamed. And that's always a good thing too. But honestly, I just hope it makes people become better humans. I don't want people to just not be creeps because they're scared of being named and shamed. I want people to stop being creeps because they're not horrible people. That would be ideal. And even best friends can turn out to have dark secrets. That's always the messed up thing. Yeah. And I'm not the only person. Like, everybody I follow has got people they knew were on that list. I don't think there's any friends I have on Twitch that didn't know somebody, you know, because there's a lot of names on that list. And in fact, I might share it with you all. I might give you all the list so people know, because I don't want anybody here following someone that's a predator, you know. I feel like I need to make sure everybody here knows as well. And hope the night and weekend are better, and usual talk on Sunday. Yeah, take care, Rod. I hope everything's all right on your end. A streamer that I like to watch regularly, she has a Charmers of Instagram channel for some people in her Discord, and she sometimes posts what weird messages she gets. People are creepy, yeah. They are, and I want to kind of avoid people sending me creepy messages if I can, because it's just annoying. Just, you know, we don't need it for sure. But yes, was the blackout 2 days ago? I didn't even know. I'm just a huge lurker for most of the time. I'm playing my own games and just enjoy stuff going on other monitors. Yes, it was 2 days ago, but it happened to fall on my birthday, and I was going to have a stream for it, but there was no way I was going to stream while that was happening, because it feels weird to do anything that's celebrations when there's such dark things happening in the industry. And I know some people did stream, and that is fine by them, because they probably wanted to raise awareness, and that is totally understandable. But because mine was a birthday stream, it just didn't feel right, you know. And if you do close DMs, how will I be able to share skill animations, icons, etc.? Okay, so this is why I've got this question at the end, the what if I have a question thing, because obviously you guys will have questions, especially if you're, you know, very involved in the game development. Now, there'll be a number of ways. I'm going to have my emails. I feel like email, my roserainblood@gmail.com email is probably the best way to contact me about business, like anything that's business inquiries or related to community feedback, or even just questions about the game, like things you mention, Ray, would be perfect for emailing me. But that would be if it was private, of course. But if there's anything at all that wasn't private, you could ask in stream or in the Discord, the actual public Discord. So whatever at all is best for you. But of course, the email would probably be the solution to that. But it kind of just keeps things under control a bit better for me then, because it can be very distracting, the Discord ones. I had like so many guys, it's just insane. But like I say, not one person in particular. It just so happened that everybody this week messaged me, so it's just quite funny really. But spread the word. All right, got it, thanks. But yeah, so you have my email, don't you? I feel like I need to put it here somewhere for those that, if it isn't here. I think it might be in my panels though, but I'm gonna give more clarity for sure. I'm gonna make sure I have a note about that here, and of course it'll be on the FAQ page as well. And I'm gonna give you guys the spreadsheet, because I want to make sure that everybody does know who has been like named. And I'm going to just say now, you know, there might be people you know on there, so just prepare yourself. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to put it on chat. It's in the panels. Awesome. Okay. Okay, guys. So if anyone does want to see, because I feel like I need to, it's my job as a streamer to at least make sure my community know about anybody who's not a good human being in the industry. So everything is literally on that spreadsheet, guys. So there you go. Feel free to have a little peek. Right, one sec, folks. Okay, so we've had a very chatty stream today. I'm very happy that I've got the FAQ more or less the foundation of it. It's all there. There's just a few more bits to fill in, but it will be going up on the website soon, and anybody as well that does give a testimonial, we will be on there too. I don't know if the testimonials will go up there straight away though, might wait a little bit longer, but the FAQ page will be the first thing to go up. Not so now, Zara, no. It's just really gross that there's so many people that are like that, you know. Okay, folks, oh my goodness, look at the time. Just finished my archer with weapon. Oh, awesome, guys. An awesome holder, should I say. So my brain did a weird thing, then it glitched. Just in time to, yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna head off now. I want to at least pass us on to somebody, if somebody is online, for us to say hi to. We'll have a look. I don't know if I still got my Discord up. So just as a reminder, folks, before we go, the scenes are in here if you wish to have a look. Also, anything else? Oh yeah, and as a reminder, the testimonials is in important news as well, if anybody wants to give one for me. And that is it. So I'll be back on Monday, and we will probably be going back into the game development on Monday's stream. We'll be carrying on with what was doing, finishing off the fruit boss, tidying up anything that needs finishing, and yeah, it'll be fun. Thank you, been great listening in. Yeah, it's good, always good to have you here, all of you. Yeah, I just want to prepare you guys, like, before, when you're looking at that list, it's very likely there'll be people you know on that list, because there's a lot of names there. I've heard of at least a dozen of them, and I was friends with one of them, so it's, you know, it's, if there's not anyone you know on there, you're lucky. So okay, folks, so I'm just gonna have a look if there is anybody online today. It's a quiet one on Twitch today. I think it's because of everything that's going on. Not many people hanging out as much. But I will send us to somebody. Stardew Valley is a chill game, isn't it? We'll go to a lower Wendy. She's playing Stardew Valley. So coming for #1 spot in the leaderboard. Yes, you could do it. You never know. A lot of people that are high up are people that used to come in my early stream days, so you never know, you could get high up. I believe in you. Great stream, thank you guys. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for those birthday bitties radio as well, and thank you for everyone that's subbed and for being awesome. Take care, everybody.